You've heard of The Secret, right? Neville Goddard? Sure. But what if I told you that the original manifestation cheat code, the OG blueprint, was actually written almost 100 years ago? We're going to dive into the absolutely timeless wisdom of Florence Scovel Shinn's 1925 masterpiece, The Game of Life and How to Play It.
Ugh, you know that feeling? It's like you're pushing a boulder uphill. You're doing all the right things, but life just feels stuck. Like the rules are rigged against you and nothing is clicking. It's super frustrating, right? Well, what if I told you you've just been playing with the wrong rulebook this whole time?
Way before manifestation was a hashtag on social media, this woman, Florence Scovel Shinn, basically wrote the manual. And it's not some complicated, abstract theory. It's one of the most straightforward, down-to-earth, and practical guides to how our reality actually works.
Okay, rule number 1. This is a big one. It's a total mindset flip. See, most of us walk around thinking life is this hard, tough battle we have to fight every single day. Shinn's like, nope, wrong. It's not a battle, it's a game. And here's the kicker, you're not just a player, you're the programmer.
And this quote right here, it just nails it. This is the core of her so-called law of prosperity. It's not about wishing or hoping. It's about what you are truly, deep down, expecting. Think about it. Are you saying, I want success, but in the back of your mind you're already making excuses for why it's going to fail? Because that's what you're going to get. The universe isn't just listening to your words, it's responding to your preparation.
So how does this play out in the real world? Shinn tells this great story. There's this woman, right? She needs an apartment, but there's a huge housing crisis. Everyone's panicking, but not her. She does two things. First, she starts digging her ditches. It's this old-timey phrase for acting as if. She goes out and buys new blankets for the apartment she doesn't even have. Then, she completely ignores all the talk about scarcity. Instead, she just keeps telling herself there is a supply for every demand. And wouldn't you know it, she lands the perfect apartment.
All right, let's keep going, because this just builds on itself. Rule number 2, this is huge. Your word is your wand. I love that. Think about it. Every single thing you say is programming your reality. It's either creating something amazing or something, well, not so amazing.
You know that person, right? The one who calls and says, got a minute, and you just know it's going to be a deep dive into everything wrong with their life, their job, the world. Well, Shinn's point is, that's not just venting, that's literally building a reality of lack and sickness. And get this, it's like a boomerang. The nasty things you say about other people, they come right back to you. Wishing something bad for someone else, you're basically placing an order for that same thing for yourself.
So what do you do instead? Shinn lays out this simple but wow, incredibly powerful directive. Before words come out of your mouth, just run them through this quick filter. Is what I'm about to say going to heal? Is it going to bless? Is it going to prosper? If the answer is no, maybe just don't say it. It's like quality control for creating your own reality.
Okay, now lean in for this one. Seriously, because rule number 3, the law of non-resistance, this is the boss level. This is the thing that separates the people who get it from those who just keep struggling. It's all about how you deal with the stuff you don't want in your life.
And this metaphor she uses is just perfect. Ships come in over a calm sea. Think of your desires as these big, beautiful ships. They can't get to you if you're out there splashing around, creating a storm of worry and fighting and resisting what's happening right now. They need a calm harbor. They can only arrive when you are at peace.
So how do you calm that sea? You practice not reacting. You stop fighting your current reality. Shinn tells this wild story about a woman who absolutely could not stand her controlling mother. She fights with her, she hates her, and she finally runs away, only to marry a man who is the exact same person as her mother. See the lesson? What you resist persists. By pouring all that energy into hating the situation, she just locked it in and recreated it. The chaos she saw out there was really just a reflection of the chaos in here. The second you can look at a bad situation and be undisturbed by it, it just loses its grip on you.
And this leads to a super important point about affirmations. You know how we can get obsessed with finding the perfect phrase and saying it 1,000 times a day? Well, according to Shinn, we're kind of missing the entire point.
Because here's the only thing that actually matters. How does it make you feel? That's it. Does saying it make you feel relieved, peaceful, convinced? She basically says you could repeat the words vacuum, 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 and if for some crazy reason that makes you feel totally abundant, it would work better than some poetic affirmation that your subconscious knows is a total lie.
Okay, on to our last big rule for mastering the game. This section is all about two key things:
karma, or, consequences, and the art of letting go, which might just be the hardest part of all.
Shinn has this great phrase for it, casting the burden, which is really just 1925 speak for letting go. It's that moment where you finally stop trying to control everything. You stop micromanaging how it's all going to work out, and you just hand the whole problem over to the universe, to infinite intelligence, whatever name you want to use. It's about finally trusting that something bigger has your back.
And she shows how this applies to love, too. There's this story about a woman whose boyfriend leaves her, and she is just consumed by jealousy and anger. She's obsessed. And Shinn basically tells her, honey, that's not love, that's fear. That's a form of hate. Real love, she says, isn't possessive. It's selfless and free from fear.
So what was her 1925 advice? I mean, this sounds like it could be from a TikTok today. She said, drop it, detach, be self-assured. It wasn't about being weak or a pushover. No way. It was about reclaiming her power by focusing on her own self-worth. That is the ultimate power move. And of course, in the story, the moment she truly let go, he came back.
So, we've talked about expectation, your words, not resisting, letting go. After you master all that, what's the end game? What's the real prize for winning this game of life? This is where it gets really deep.
Because it turns out, the goal isn't just about getting stuff. Manifesting a new car or a bigger apartment, that's cool, but those are just the side quests. The main quest, the real reason you're playing, is something so much bigger.
The real goal is to find your divine design, that one-of-a-kind thing that only you can do. The life, the purpose, the path that makes every cell in your body just hum with a resounding yes. So after all is said and done, this 100-year-old book leaves us with one heck of a question to think about. What's yours? What's the divine design that only you came here to fulfill?